Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Sunday, August the 3rd, 2025. So before we make our daily challenge video, we are here at my camp, which is close to Charleston here. This is our location. And as you can see, I am on a public server. But we see Mr. Squeeze lemonade stand right in the middle of the building. And I was at the front of the building, and I heard this voice. I'm thinking, is that Mr. Squeeze? And sure enough, he's right in the back of the building here. I didn't realize this was a spawn point for a random location. I've never seen him here, like, ever. I've had this camp here for a little while here now, and this is the first time I've seen him. So he's actually inside the building, and you can hear him, or he's right here. Here's Mr. Squeeze. So if you go ahead and if you ever see this guy, he does sell lemonade for 2 caps, hard lemonade, which is alcoholic beverage, of course, 113 caps, and regular lemonade for 113. But you will need the lemonade recipe to make hard lemonade, so FY, these kind of go together. But that's with the hard bargain perk card. You can use grape mentats to reduce that even a little bit further if you so wish. But I highly, oh my camp gave me one, a little gift there. But I highly recommend it. If you ever see Mr. Squeeze, I actually do have a couple of videos on locations where you can find him. I made them probably about 6 months ago or so. You can check those out if you so wish. But again, I guess this is another location for him, which I've never didn't know about. But I highly recommend you get these recipes, because some people will sell these recipes for fairly expensive in their vendor. So just an FYI, if you ever see this guy. Just so kooky, just kind of seeing him there like that. Huh. Alright, let's head over here to Helvetia. We do have Fasnacht Day activities going on. Of course, Fasnacht is every hour on top of the hour. We have Fasnacht right up to Tuesday, August the 12th, 2025, so that's pretty cool. Now, I've been playing quite a bit of Fasnacht lately. I have been getting a lot of the new masks. Of course, none of them are glowing, but I have been getting a lot of the new masks, which is pretty good. So I've been just kind of stashing them away in my little stash box, which I like to kind of collect that stuff. Hopefully we load in here soon. Once we load in there, we'll see what we have for daily challenges, of course. There we go. Let's take a look at these daily challenges here now. They're just looking like they're coming in here now. Now, as you can see, we do have double score weekend, which is pretty awesome. You can see the top right-hand corner screen, I have a 50% boost. So 25% of that comes right out the current season 21 season pass on 3 pages, a 5%, 10%, an additional 10%. And the other 25% comes from the score booster drink I took yesterday. And you can see there, we have 3 minutes left remaining on that bad boy. It's funny how that came in like that, eh? That's odd. I've never ever seen it do that before. All right, let's go ahead here. We're going to toggle these active, and of course, I do recommend use a score booster drink during double score weekend. And just in case you're new to the game, you will see very old information from like 4.5, 5 years ago, where people will say, make sure you save your weekly challenges for double score weekend. But these days, weekly challenges are not affected by double score, only your dailies are. All right, so FYI there. We don't really have anything here pertaining to completing the event Fasnacht Day. We do have this one here, which we'll probably complete during this event, gain XP 2500. So again, a couple different ways we can do this. We can go ahead and build things in our camp, craft things at any workstation, and we just go around, have fun, and kill a bunch of enemies. And of course, the higher the level the enemy is, the more XP you're going to get. So little FYI there. Looks like we're going to get attacked by something here very shortly. Alright, so another good way is to use lunch boxes. So if you open up your Pip-Boy and go under item and data, your lunch boxes will be right here. Now you can only stack 4 lunch boxes at a time. Now if you don't have any lunch boxes at all, I recommend you join public events like this one. And there's always going to be someone around like myself opening up lunch boxes. As long as you're within the area, you're going to get the benefits of that lunchbox. We don't even have to be on the same team together, so FYI there. Now you can buy your own lunchboxes if you so wish. You just go to the Atomic Shop, other people opening their lunchbox as well. You go under utility here, and we have lunch now. Sometimes these will go on sale. And you see this free one here. If you go up here to your featured section under special free special offers, I always recommend, even if you play for about 5-10 minutes, there's always a free item here every single day. Usually it's a utility item, and there's a free lunchbox here today, so that's pretty awesome. So I highly recommend. So that's a good way you can get one just in case you don't have any. There's your free lunchbox. And last but not least, you can join a team. So top right hand corner of your map screen, you go social. Now you can create your own team if you so wish, or you can join a team. Now, I recommend if you're just doing this for the XP, just join a team for events, casual, and exploration. If you do expeditions, raids, and daily ops, there's an expectation there to do those, okay? So I recommend events, casual, or exploration. That way you can kind of play solo, do your own thing, but gain some XP there as well. All right. Wait for this guy to come up here. Everyone and their dogs over at lunchboxes. Yeah, but only 4. I believe only 4 stack, actually. People are just kind of wasting their lunchboxes there.
Impending Fasnacht mask adornment.
What? Oh, my lord. Oh, man. All right, let's rock and roll here. And as I've mentioned, I've had some good luck getting the new masks. Of course, not very many of the glowing masks, but I have been getting the new masks, just the regular ones, which is still nice to get. And I've been stashing those away in my little stash box for a rainy day or whatever. Kind of nice to have a nice little collection. I went through them just the other day. It had a bunch of doubles in there, so I took a bunch of them out and just put them in the donation box for people who may not have the mask. General adventure. Yeah. That's awesome. I'm a little ahead of them, aren't they? Let's get up here. We're going to hit these rad toads here and get some XP, as much XP as we can get. And again, I highly recommend you just kind of shoot at them. Don't focus on just one guy, just one enemy. Just kind of shoot around as much as you can. And then that way there, as long as if one of your bullets land, you're good to go. You get credit for that XP. You get credit for the kill. And that gain X. Oh, kill an enemy in the forest region. Okay. Right on. That worked out quite well. We'll still kind of go through that anyway. Just grab these stuff there. And that's the thing with these daily, weekly challenges. You can make it as easy or as hard as you want. And a lot of them you can do in an event just like this. See that XP just starting to catch up there. Level 9, wow. That was a long time ago. Oh, man. Alright, let's pop up here. Our jackalope friend here. Alright. And a little Tommy gun there. Of course, you know, we have the squirrels, we have the rabbits, all that stuff around. Yeah, quite a few of them are coming from that way. It's weird, eh? So we almost got her. for the XP. There you go, gain XP 2500 for 2500. It's that easy. And as I mentioned, the higher the level the enemies are, the more XP you get. I find the Thrashers down in the Skyline Valley region, they're really good for XP. Like you just need a couple of those guys. A couple level 100 Annihilators, you get it done and no problem at all. Alright, he's done with that, I guess. So let's go ahead and collect. There we go. Like the board game 1 for 1. Yep, thanks, Jim. Yeah, and there actually are a couple board games here in Helvetia, but I'm sure somebody picked them up already. Of course, they're in that blue house right across the street from the yellow house upstairs. I actually have a very short video on that location here in the channel I made early 2023. I will still kind of go through them either way. Just in case you guys were unable to get it done during this event. Of course, as I always kind of make a mention, 4 spots this legendary can spawn in on the other side of that Jeep. In between this house and that hedge. Right down there behind that shack. And 2 houses down the left-hand side here on the other side of the butcher shop. It can spawn there. So 4 different locations. It's going to be different every time. You'll notice a lot of people come up here because for the longest time this is the only place the legendary spawned. It's only been within the last year and a half they started to change the location of the legendary. For whatever reason. If you don't see him spawning in there or there, he's down here. Oh, he's on the other side there. People are right there. Nice. Good stuff. I think people are just assuming it's going to be up there every time, but that's been changed, of course. Yeah, so much fun. Right, let's light this baby up there and see what we get. I just kind of spam the A button here, the interact button. I'm throwing a grenade over. Right, there we go. Oh, 3-star suppressor's guitar sword. Beautiful. Uh-oh. Let's see what we get here. Just be very careful if you guys do that stuff, because at the end of the event, you know, we're not all, you know, friends anymore kind of thing. Fasnacht Unicorn Mask. Where if you do throw a grenade or shoot at someone, you will damage them. That's what I mean by that. Alright, I already have that, this guy here, so let's donate him. There we go. Alright, somebody can have him. Let's go here. Let's head back to our camp here real quick. Yeah. Is he gone? Oh, he's gone. That is so weird. Yeah, he's not even here anymore. Huh. Yeah, that's odd. I wonder if the game realized that he was in a camp zone and they moved him somewhere else. I always wondered. I always wondered about that. Huh. Wow. Because we're still on the same server, right? Huh. Learned something new today for sure. All right. So we're back down to the single boost there. The 5%, 10%, digital 10%. We're going to use a score booster drink so we can go back up to 50%. Now, if you ever use a score booster drink, you don't notice your score increasing. You just back out. You go back into it again. You'll see it pop up there, okay? FYI. So, not a whole lot here we have to stay on this server for. I don't really want to be in competition with those other people. So let's go ahead. We're going to switch to a private server, a little bit more quieter. That event went fairly quickly. Sometimes if you kind of go around, what I noticed people have been doing, going around, you get all the steins. You hang on to the rat toad eggs. You grab the beeswax and stuff like that. I find the people who have been doing that lately, I've been kind of noticing, just kind of watching. You get the event done very quickly. That's for sure. I don't know if you'll get a bigger and better reward. That's the only thing I don't know. But I have noticed people doing that. Like they would like interact with the Protectron, and they would like fill them up like right away. So that's how I know they had the stuff already on them. I didn't think that was a thing, but apparently it is. All right. Back here at the old camp. Let's take a look at these challenges here now. So again, let's just continue on. So kill an enemy in the Forest Region 5. So again, you saw that when we did the Fasnacht Day Event right here in Helvetia, which of course is part of the Forest Region. The Forest Region is quite large. Goes right down through here, right through down to Morgantown, as I mentioned, right through here. And I would say the cutoff is, my Gone fishing camp right down here. That's the cutoff because Camden Park is actually part of the ash heap down here. All right. Now, when it says an enemy, that means everything is on the table, right down to very passive enemies like Brahmin, for example, down through Flatwoods, right? So if you're a lower level player, like very low, we have 9 Brahmin down through Flatwoods. There's 3 opossums, 3 mole rats, 3 mongrels up the road by the little car on the side of the road, 2 insects there, and that will finish it right off. And again, that's a great spot down through Flatwoods, even those Brahmin down there, right up to the hardest enemy we have in the game. Cryptids, Scorched, Ghouls, Super Mutants, Mole Miners, etc., etc. Everything is considered an enemy. Human enemies, robot enemies, so you're all good to go, as long as within the Forest Region. All right, so that's that one there. So let's take a look at this one here. Now, we had collected the board game during the Fasnacht Day event, and that was from killing an enemy, and they happen to have a board game on them. I usually find Super Mutants, Scorched, and Mole Miners to be the best in terms of junk items that you get, like the amount. And again, as I mentioned, like teddy bears, for example, board games, great way to get it. Just go around, have some fun, play the game, and get some challenges done at the same time. Now, we do have a camp resource that we can help us out with that. This camp resource is... I thought it was in here. Apparently not. It's in here. Yeah. Where is that sucker? Huh. Maybe it's back here. No, it's not. Well, that is odd. Oh, where did the games cupboard go, buddy? Oh, it's right over here. You guys are hiding it. Hey, these guys are hiding it. It's this games cupboard right here. Sorry, guys. So this is the OG games cover, and as you can see, it passively collects different type of board games while you play the game. Now, a lot of people bought this last year just because how awesome it looks, okay, which it does look pretty awesome. One thing good about board games, as you can see, item stats, they give you some really good materials like asbestos, steel, sometimes they give you gold, nuclear waste, etc., etc. And again, great camp resource. Now, there is a newer version of this. It's called the Vault-Tec version. Something very, very similar to this generator here, the same kind of colors. It came out probably about a month and a half ago in the shop, but it's not in the shop right now. But this is the OG one right here. And again, very useful camp resource to have. So you can just kind of grab your board game from here and it'll count, all right? Now, I do have some older videos here on the channel, as I mentioned. Probably about 5 or 6 of them. They're all standalone short videos. I think the longest one's about 3 minutes long. And again, just show you some great locations for board games in the Wasteland. So right up here, WV Lumber & Co., Blue Ridge Bunkhouse, Anchor Farm. Right over here, Big Al's Tattoo Parlor. Fraternity Row, both the Pie House with the red door and the Etta Psi House with the blue door. That's the one that you can call the bedroom downstairs. If you head upstairs to the bedroom areas, there'll be some board games up there. Pretty good spot. Again, as I mentioned here in Helvetia, the blue house right across the street from the yellow house on the corner. If you head upstairs, there's probably about 3 or 4 board games up there. And chessboards. If you come across a chessboard, that's also considered a board game as well. And that's what you'll usually find off of like the Super Mutants and Mole Miners and the Scorched are chessboards. And that's probably what we collected during that Fasnacht Day event, was a chessboard, but it will count. Where else we got? I think there's a couple in around Lewisburg. Right here at the White Springs, actually. If you use the front door entrance, you take a right up the stairs, down to the tavern, the medical bay, big wide open area where the spawners are, and you keep going down towards like the manager area. There's a room there with the pool tables set up, and there's a bunch of board games on the shelf right there. It's pretty good. And even some vendors down at the mall, if you use the north entrance, if you go down to the mall, sure, some of them will sell the odd board game down there as well. One more pretty good spot here, the Retreat. It's a pretty good spot there as well. Nice neutral area. So let's go to the White Springs. We'll go right to the front door entrance, and our camp is being attacked. I meant to go on the inside exterior there, Jimmy boy. All right, front door entrance here. I meant to go inside. Let's head inside here. Get out of the way there, you. Oh, no, I haven't talked to them for a while. All right. As I mentioned, up the stairs to the right. Go to the tavern. Medical bay. Big wide open area where the spawners are. And I say you just keep on going, baby. Right down here where the manager's offices are. And there's a pool table here. And right here's a bunch of board games you can pick up. Now, you will come across board games in around the Wasteland that you can't pick up, but just an FYI, even this Catch the Commie, which is a kind of a rare kind of board game. Again, all kinds of them down here. So I just kind of wanted to show you at least one location. And on top of that, games covered. All right, collect wood 5. So again, many great spots where you can find wood in around the Wasteland. I usually recommend the forest area. Again, the forest area is just huge area. Lots of down trees, okay? One great spot, this little triangle between the Vault 76, the Wayward, Flatwoods, and then right back up. Lots of down trees just in this one little section. Even if you're stuck between the Wayward and Flatwoods itself, just on this side of the river here, and on the other side, lots of down trees through there. You just kind of fill your boots. A lot of people like to come up here to the Toxic Valley because there's a lot of down trees here as well, but it's a little more easier to see them because the forest area, of course, lots of trees around. Sometimes it can be a little dark, a little bit harder to see, so just an FYI there. Again, Helvetia, probably one of the best spots for wood. We have that yellow house right on the corner of the main road. We have a nice little stockpile of wood out behind it. One of the best stockpiles of wood we have here in the game. Picquerist Fort, again, great spot. Even if you're looking to kind of build a camp, modify a camp, tons of wood just laying up there just for you to grab. It is a really good spot. Now I'm just going to kind of add this in here a little bit. If you do have the perk card called Woodchucker, it'll be under luck. All the way to the end here, Jimmy. So collect twice as much when harvesting wood. So when you harvest wood, 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10, sometimes 12, but not very often. But with this perk card, you get double results. Now, the card doesn't really help you with the daily, weekly challenges, because as you harvest, let's say 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10, or 12, you only get credit for 1. All right, for the daily challenges. I'm just kind of showing you this perk card, just looking, if you're looking to kind of build a camp or modify a camp, you're obviously going to need lots of wood. All right, so I'm just kind of mentioning that. Alright, so let's go up here to Prickett's Fort here real quick. Just so I can show you that. Because we are just at Helvetia. And I've been collecting from that wood pile. It's pretty much expanded there now until my game's been reset. And again, not a whole lot you can do right down here. We're going to head right up to the fort itself. Again, huge stockpile of wood up here. Right there. Look at all that wood just waiting for you to collect it. Little stockpiles of woods and around. A lot of these buildings will have these fireplaces, right? There's a bunch of wood in the fireplaces as well. So if I take a look at the... Oh yeah, you can't take a look at the left hand because I'm there. Hi guys. But if we're going to gather wood here, so 8 scraps have been added, but I've only counted as 1. Alright, so just kind of keep that in mind. So that's why I say Woodchecker isn't going to help you for the daily challenge, but it's just a good way to get lots of wood. There we go, collect wood 5 for 5 done, just like that. And that was just this one little tiny little section. We still have this whole section here and this whole area. Pretty good little spot. Alright, let's see what's next here. Alright, kill Deathclaw 1. So again, many great spots we can find Deathclaws here and around the game. I don't think there's a Deathclaw that shows up at the Fasnacht Day. I don't think so. I think the closest thing is a Sheep Squatch, but Deathclaw Island is probably one of the best spots. Again, there's only one here, but there's a very popular spot, so you may have to server hop this a couple times because you'll be in competition with other people. And as you cross the Ohio River here, part of it, you get on the island, you go closer to the nest, and it'll kind of pop up out of the ground. So if you ever do that, it doesn't pop up out of the ground, that means somebody already killed it before you, so you'll have to server hop until you get on the server until that happens. Now, if you're lower level, that Deathclaw does not swim. Okay, it doesn't swim at all. So once when you get him up, get a couple shots off, cross the river, as long as you have anything but a shotgun, where you can shoot across this section, he'll be running around like a madman, of course, but just kind of shoot at him from here and you'll eventually knock him down. Alright, so if you're lower level, that's something you can try. You can shoot for the legs to cripple his legs so he just kind of stays in one spot so he's not running around there. Okay. The other pretty good spot here is Abandoned Waste Dump. So inside this cavern, a little bit higher level area, but there's 2 guaranteed Deathclaws in here. Sometimes there's a third one. Very rare, but some of you have even told me that you'd have found a third one in there yourselves once in a while. But again, guaranteed 2 for sure. Alright. Let's go to Deathclaw Island here. Excuse me. Alright. My weapon's a little underpowered here for this guy, but we'll make sure our light's off. Still should... we should do okay. Again, as you get closer, let's get a sneak on here. As you get closer to him there, he's going to pop up out of the ground here. There we go. Kill Deathclaw 1 for 1 done. Just like that. And of course, don't forget your titanium scrap and your blue skiers. Great spot for that. Of course, there's a Deathclaw egg here. Look, that is another Deathclaw egg. Yeah, baby, 2 of them. Wow, nice. The most I ever found here is 3 at one time. But that's very rare. Sometimes you check the suitcase, there'll be 1 in here. But if he ever kind of starts running around, he will kick the eggs around a little bit. So if you don't see an egg here, I recommend just kind of search around this tall grass, because sometimes it's kind of well hidden in the tall grass. So especially sometimes it'll get caught by this log here. All right. Grab some stuff here, shall we? All right. Let's head back to our camp here real quick. We'll take a look at the next one. Yeah, that was so bizarre having Mr. Squeeze. I was in the front of the building and I heard Mr. Squeeze's voice. I'm thinking, where is he at? He's right there. And then coming back and he was gone on the same server. Totally bizarre. Oh. We heard something. Rad Roach way over there. Oh, he's right inside the building, little bugger. Where's his little friend? There's one. There's got to be another one. Right? Take a look around here real quick. Hey, little pup, you know where the other one's at? There's a hide behind here. There we go. That should be it. All right. Let's take a look at the next one here, Jimmy boy. Drink tea 1. So again, we've had this one here quite often here the last 2.5 weeks, drink tea. So we talk about the company tea machine here a lot in the channel. This is it right here. This is the OG one we got in season 15 scoreboard. That was the very last scoreboard we got. It was available for everyone. So if you played then, you may have this available to you under your resource tab in your build menu. And as you can see, he'll passively collect 5 company tea while you play the game. Now there are other variations of this one that they sell in the Atomic Shop. I don't think it's in there right now, but the last couple of weeks it was in there in a bundle. So just an FYI there. Now I realize not everyone's going to have a company tea machine, but you can craft your own tea if you so wish. If you go to a cooking station under all drinks, I like to kind of show off a tea called Simple Bloodleaf Tea every single time. The reason why I do that is because bloodleaves can be found in every region very easily. All right, very quick to do. And again, Simple Bloodleaf Tea is a simple recipe you automatically learn by picking up a bloodleaf, and that's as simple as that. All right. So everyone should be able to do this. Again, every region will have it, mostly in around water sources. I like to come here between the Wayward and Flatwoods area. Again, lots of these bloodleaves down through here, okay? Let's actually go into Flatwoods here this time. We've been going up to the Wayward, but I think we've pretty much picked them clean in the last 2.5 weeks. So again, we're going to head right out back here. This little river that's back here. Oh, perfect. And again, let's say you're a brand spanking new player. Say, hey, Jim, I don't have Simple Bloodleaf Tea. What do I do? You just walk up to a bloodleaf like this and go, burp, and you learn Simple Bloodleaf Tea by simply harvesting it. Now, of course, I do collect 2 instead of 1, and that's because I have a perk card under perceptions called Green Thumb, where you twice as much when harvesting floor. And again, you don't doesn't matter what mutation you are or no mutation at all. It's a card you definitely hang on to. You don't have to have it equipped like me. You can just have it in your back pocket, but you definitely hang on to that card. It will just save you a whole whack of time doing daily, weekly challenges in the long run. Especially on servers with other people where people like to kind of pick everything clean kind of thing. Let's go to our cooking station here. There's old Mrs. the Possum there in the background. Let's go all drinks again. We're going to do the quick, easy way here. Simple Bloodleaf Tea again. A simple recipe you automatically learn by picking up a bloodleaf. So 1 bloodleaf, 1 boiled water, and 1 wood. All found here. Good old Flatwoods. There we go. There's our tea right there. Okay, so we crafted our tea. Now, I think I do have company tea on me. I think. No, I don't. That's all right. We'll just drink the tea that we crafted. I had to kind of show off how the company tea works, but you guys get the drift anyway. So drink a tea, 1 for 1 done. It doesn't matter, again, what mutation you are. As I am a carnivore mutation, it is a plant-based drink, but it's still going to count. Don't waste a reroll on it. Okay. Let's see what's next, Jim. Scrap junk to produce cloth 10. All right, so cloth is a junk item in which we can use the bulk and scrap method at any Tinker's Workbench. We believe we have a Tinker's Workbench right here. Yep. So you just go to any Tinker's Workbench, you go craft. You go bulk, you go down here to the C section, so to speak. Bulk 1 cloth, you need 2 plastic and 30 raw cloth from your stash of scrap box. You go ahead, you bulk your 1 cloth and you scrap it. It's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. More so for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for people that like to get things done quick and easy, the bulk and scrap method is definitely where it's at. Now, cloth is very easily available here in the game. Pre-war money, burnt books. Again, I have videos here right on the channel. I believe both videos are in the link in the description. You can check them out. Everything is time-stamped. Again, if you scrap pre-war money and burnt books, great way to get cloth. Another good source of cloth are Mr. Fuzzy plushies. Okay, I usually like to get Mr. Fuzzy plushies right down here in Camden Park. All right, so let's go to Camden Park here. Now, Mr. Fuzzy plushies are good for cloth and leather, actually. Now, you can go to that little fun house at Camden Park if you so wish. We're gonna head right down this road. Is our light off or on? It's off now, Jim. And right by here, this little company there. We're going to sneak in here behind these scorched. Bunch of Mr. Fuzzy plushies here. So we pick this guy up. As you can see, 2 cloth and 2 leather. And how many do we need here, Jim? 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, just like that. There's one more right there. And just around the corner, see that other cart that's kind of upwards? There's probably about 5 or 6 more inside there as well. Really good spot. Let's go ahead and scrap this stuff up. We might just head back to our camp. Now you can scrap this stuff up at any workbench, another player's camp, a train station. There's a couple of workbenches in around here, like in amongst the roller coaster area for the raiders. We're just going to head back to our camp, but we're pretty much done. And have to head back there anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and scrap this stuff up. Again, any workbench will do. As you can see their item stats right there in the middle. Let's go ahead and scrap these up. Here we go, scrap Trunchbury's cloth, 10 for 10, done just like that. Oh yeah, and I think we're done. We are easy score. Extremely easy score. We're at 146 right now. I would say... So tomorrow being Monday, there'll be another double score. And then we'll have the daily weeklies. I'll be using another score booster drink. So I would say by Tuesday, we'll be 150 here in the channel. Oh yeah. Weapon of the day. Let's take a look at that real quick. Blackout Circuit Breaker, plus 15% reload speed. Successful final round shot will create an enemy blast that deals damage and stun enemies within 50 feet. Stun enemies will be immune to being stunned again for 10 seconds. Plus 50% armor penetration. True receiver, true long barrel, aligned grip, large magazine, reflex sight circle, energy muzzle, blackout paint. 74 damage, takes fusion cells. Yes, it does. I know, right? What do you think of that? Yeah? And single fire again. Very quick, has a nice little effect on there for that last round. So again, usually I would reload it before the last round because I'm just in the habit of doing that. But with this weapon, I just kind of let it go just to get that last round effect, and it will affect all the enemies around it. And yeah, nice little weapon. It's definitely not the most powerful out there, but it's nice to use once in a while. You can find this in the Atomic Shop once in a while when it pops up. Again, Gunslinger build for perk cards here, so they'll all be under agility. So Master Gunslinger, Gunslinger, Expert Gunslinger. Of course, the Expert and the Master used to be 3 stars back in the day. Crack Shot's a good one to do as well. Legendary perk cards, these don't change for me, they stay the same. As you can see, they're all maxed out. Yeah, so there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, NotMeButMeYesMe, that's me, Drew Angel, Confoundedbridge, Waywarner, John DJ59, Picquerist, Gwen Trutnau, Tony Watson, Felix the Cat, Dan Ferreira, Benny Bunny, AJ Foltz. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.